Lax Furniture celebrating their second grand opening here in Corpus Christi by giving back to the Boys and Girls Club of South Texas. That store located on SPID near Weber's started getting ready for their return to Corpus Christi back in January, but there was a setback after someone vandalized the building. Owner and CEO Lee Aronson says the company will continue its long-standing tradition of giving back to the Boys and Girls Club, helping children and teens to have a safe place to spend their summer.
Boys and Girls Club is like a second home when, like after school or during the summer, instead of being able to stay home, instead of being able to stay home, I can go to the Boys and Girls Club and be with my friends, my brothers.
That young man taking advantage of the Boys and Girls Club. And they, by the way, received a check today for $5,000 courtesy of the Lax family. They have 11 other locations in South Texas, including one in Alice.